Good morning, students. Today's topic is occurrence of metals. Earth is the major source of elements. Oxygen and silicon are the main elements present in the earth crust. Oxygen and silicon both are non-metals. Among the metals, aluminium is the most abundant in earth crust. Now the question arises, how do metal exist? In the form of minerals or in the form of ores? This depend on the nature of metals and also their reactivity. The temperature below the earth surface, that is high. So metal exists in the combination with other elements, both metals and non-metals. They don't exist in free state. This is called as native state. Metal exists as oxides, carbonates, sulfates, sulfides. Mean the combined state of metal. This is called as minerals. Minerals are those elements or compounds which occur naturally inside the earth crust. Next is ores. It is the mineral from which metals can be extracted profitably, means easily. Ores like this is the ore of aluminium. Its name is bauxite. Formula is Al2O3 into में 2H2O. This is the bauxite ores from which aluminium metals can be extracted very easily by the help of this ore. This is the ore of copper. Its name is malachite. Its formula is copper carbonate into में copper hydroxide. With the help of malachite ores, we can easily extract the copper. So by the help of these ores, we can easily extract the metal profitably and conveniently. Now the next definition is gangue or matrix or impurities. It is the impurities which are present in the ores like rock particles, sand particles and clay particles. Means gangue is just like a impurities. Now the next topic is extraction of metals from their ores. Means how the metal is separated from their ores. There are three methods. First, concentration of ores. Second, reduction to metals. Third, refining. The process of extraction of metal from their ores, this is called as metallurgy. Now the first step is the concentration of ores. In the concentration of ores, the ore which are obtained from the mining is in the form of big lumps. Then these lumps are broken into smaller pieces with the help of cursor. This is called as jaw cursor. These pieces are converted into fine powders with the help of either a ball mill or stump mill. This process is called as pulverization of the ores. Because the ores are associated with earthy impurities which have to be removed before the isolation of metals. These impurities are called as gangue or matrix. So the removal of these impurities, this is called as concentration of ores, or it is also called as ore dressing. It can be done by various methods like pricking, gravity separation method, froth flotation method, magnetic separation methods. All these are the methods is used to concentrate the ores. Now we start the first extraction of metals present low in activity series. Means metal are classified into three series: low reactivity series, moderate reactivity series, and high reactivity series. First we take the low in reactivity series. The metals which are low in activity series, that can be reduced to metals by heating in the presence of oxygen. This process is called as roasting. Means after the concentration of ores, the second step is the reduction to metals. Reduction to metals takes place either by the presence of oxygen. After heated, this process is called as roasting. Now we take the example ores of mercury, because mercury is low in reactivity series. Ore of mercury is cinnabar. Its formula is HGS. HGS react in presence of oxygen. After heated, it will form HgO plus 2O2. This is mercuric oxide and this is mercuric sulfide. Mercuric sulfide in presence of oxygen, it will be converted into mercuric oxide. And this mercuric oxide, after heated, it will change into mercury and oxygen is released. Now the second is the ores of copper. Copper ore is copper gallons. Formula is Cu2S. Cuprous sulfide. Cuprous sulfide after roasting. Roasting means heat the metal in presence of oxygen. Cuprous sulfide changes into cuprous oxide and here SO2 gas is released. This cuprous oxide react with cuprous sulfide. It will after heated, it will convert into copper plus SO2. Here copper is metal, means this cuprous sulfide first changes into cuprous oxide and after both react with each other and it will form a copper plus SO2 gas is released. Now the second type, extraction of metals in the middle of activity series. The metal present in the middle of series are zinc, iron, lead, cobalt, nickel. These are present in the form of sulfides, oxides or carbonates. It is very easy to obtain a metal from the oxides, which is reduced into the metallic form. Now, the first step is roasting. Roasting means heating of an ore in presence of oxygen. Second point, roasting convert the sulfide ores into oxide form. For example, this is zinc sulfide. In presence of oxygen, after heating, it will form zinc oxide plus 2SO2. Now the second type is calcination. Calcination means heating of an ore in the absence of oxygen. It converts the carbonate ores into oxide form. Example is zinc carbonate. After heated, it will form zinc oxide plus CO2 gas is released. So these are the main difference between roasting and calcination. In roasting, heating an ore in presence of oxygen. In calcination, heating an ore in absence of oxygen. In roasting, sulfide ores are present. In calcination, carbonate ores are present. In roasting, SO2 gas is released. In calcination, CO2 gas is released. Now the third step is the conversion of oxide form to the metallic form. It means reduction, or here its process name as smelting. Smelting means reduction by carbon. In the smelting process, the roasted ores in the form of its oxide, that is mixed with carbon, like charcoal, coal or coke, is heated to a temperature above its melting point. In a furnace, when the oxide of metal is reduced to the molten metal. This smelting is done for the extraction of metals like zinc, copper, iron, lead, tin, etc. So the oxides means ZNO, zinc oxide, after react with carbon, means it is reduced by carbon. After heated, it will be converted into zinc metal plus CO. Same in this case, PbO, lead oxide, that is after react with carbon, it will form Pb plus CO. And Fe2O3 plus 3CO, after heated, it will converted into Fe plus 3CO2. Means these are the metallic form. Means all the oxide forms are converted into the metallic form. Here, the carbon monoxide can cause the reduction of ferric oxide to form the iron. So, in smelting, reduction by carbon or carbon monoxide takes place. Thank you, students.